discriminate you just because you have money or don't have money or help or whatever you have. Wisdom is still crying out. The average person that win all those lotteries, I bet you it's not 5 people. 5 people don't know what to do with the money, misuse it, go broke, need financial counselors within the first 5 years. And it happens to more than 5 people. It does. Because they have no wisdom. Everybody sit around and cry about how much money I make. Huh? I've heard a lot of that. I don't make but $2 an hour. But that was about 30 years ago. Now they say, I don't make but $9 an hour. I just got the minimum wages. How can I do this and that and everything else, and I don't make that much money? Well, you spend half of it on junk in the casinos and everything else. Huh? How you gonna ever get ahead? It doesn't matter. When you're looking at wisdom and foolishness, it doesn't matter how much you make. Wisdom gonna show you how to use it, so it appears that you have just as much as anybody else. Huh? That's what wisdom. But the simple, they make that money and they throw it away fast as they make it. And don't know where to go. Into the wind. I don't need it. I ain't make that much anyway, so it ain't gonna hurt nothing. I don't make but $9 an hour. Huh? I mean, that's what their simple Simon knowledge is telling them. Yeah. Because whatever you make, if you wise enough, we was picking cotton, making $1, huh? $1, what, a sack, a pound or something? Pick all day long, come home with $3 or $4?
Maybe. All day.
We didn't think we was poor, Mother Johnson.
No, we didn't.
I thought I made a little money, man. They was paying 50 cents 100 pounds.
About like half I paid.
Yeah. Hauling that hay. What, 3 cents a bale? They went up to 5 cents.
That's a lot.
Yeah. But it wasn't what you made. It was how you used
What you did with
what you made. And that's all Proverbs is trying to teach us, how to live wisely in this foolish world. Amen?
Amen.
Amen. So let's get a look at our lesson. The topic is the gift of wisdom, Proverbs 8. Our background scripture comes from Job, the 28th chapter, because Job is a part of the Hebrew literature. Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastics, Psalms of Solomon, all is part of Hebrew literature. And if anyone knew God and what God had done, it would be Job. Job, where were you when I hung the stars and put the moon? How you gonna question me?
Oh, yeah.
Huh? I mean, I'm the one that's wise. Come on, Job. You got enough wisdom to understand that all this stuff didn't get here by itself. Someone had to put it here. Then we look at our aim for change. And our aim for change says by the end of this lesson, we will recognize the incomparable value of wisdom. Nothing can be as valuable as wisdom. And appreciate the difference between rewards of wisdom and rewards of mere wealth. They're not the same. The rewards of wealth is going to disappear, Sister Mary. Somebody can take all that junk from you. They can't take your wisdom. I don't care what they try to do. They can't take it. You can take my home. You can take my money. You can take my health. But I got something you can't take away. And that's Jesus. You can't take away my wisdom. It says, and the reward of mere wealth. He said, and pursue godly wisdom rather than a substitute. Substitute for worldly wisdom. Huh? I mean, foolishness. A lot of people substitute wisdom for foolishness and think they wise. All you are is a wise fool. Amen. You can't substitute. You can't make something true that's not true. The truth is going to be the truth anyhow. Regardless. Yeah, it's true. The sun is hanging in the sky. Sister Mary, that's true, ain't it? Just because Sister Joan don't believe it's hanging up there, huh? That don't take away from the truth. The truth is always going to be the truth. We look at our aim for changes, then I will keep in mind Scripture is an invitation. Receive. What do you receive? My instructions. Why? Because all Scripture is given by God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for instructions, for corrections, in righteousness, that the man of God might be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. Scripture is given for instructions. He says, receive my instructions, and not silver and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. And y'all know he's expressing that fact because of what the value of rubies and silver and gold is, and monetarily and materially. That's what they thought back in those days, huh? That's what they thought made you wise and a good person, is all the riches that you had. You had to search for that stuff. You had to go to the bottom of the sea looking for some rubies and looking for some diamonds and in the mines and caves. And you have to go everywhere to find that stuff. But Solomon had the people that could do it. And he had all that stuff. But after he had all that stuff, he said it's valueless compared to wisdom. When people get all that money piled up, and get their new cars, and get their new houses, and buy their new furniture, and they still got money piling up and money piling up, pretty soon, that money just idle. They don't know what to do with it. They don't care if they make any more or not. It's just going to be sitting right there.
Right there.
Yeah. And you done went through everything you could to get it. But then when you get it, you don't know what to do with it, and you're not satisfied. You're looking for some more. He talking about, no, this stuff, just jump down here. Instead of doing that, you better get you some wisdom. Because I think it was Sister Joan or somebody told me that they never saw a whole bunch of junk behind the hearse with a U-Haul. You can't take it with you.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
But you can impart that wisdom before you leave here to somebody else that will listen.
That's right.